How's it going, guys? It's Friday, June 28th. I got you this week's freshwater video full of some fun and interesting fish. Lots of cool and weird stuff this week. Let's get right into it. Starting us off this week with a small handful of weirdos, we've got the awesome little ornate tinapoma or ornate bushfish. And hanging out in there with him, you see him back there, the beautiful little black ghost knifefish. One of my absolute favorite little oddball fish. Super cool looking, very mesmerizing little dudes. And finally, not so much an oddball, but wonderful to see a whole lot back in stock. We've got a ton of beautiful cardinal tetras back in. Absolutely love cardinal tetras. And moving right along, we've got the ever lovable clown loaches. A whole bunch of nice sized ones in right now, all chunky, healthy, and eat basically anything. Hanging out in there with them. There's also some nice big chunky black phantom tetras that are starting to grow in those big, beautiful long fins. Absolutely awesome combination. Love them both. Next up this week, we have a personal favorite of mine, and especially amongst barbs, which is the ever beautiful Odesa Barbs. They just have that beautiful lattice pattern, and as they mature, they get all sorts of ruby reds and blacks and shiny blues in them. Very peaceful, easy going, fun to keep in groups. All around, absolutely awesome fish. Love them to death. Hanging out in there with them. Another nice big wide-mouthed cat, showing off those gorgeous marbled colors. Really awesome catfish species. And this is the part of the video where we really start to ramp things up and get into some of the cool guys here. Not that everyone before wasn't cool, but we have these awesome Cardo Pistos. Really awesome Pisto species. They get those really big fanciful fins. A nice, like, light powder blue color across the body. You can really see the blue coming in on that male over there. Absolutely awesome looking Pistos. Got males and females. All around, super glad to see. Definitely a species I don't see in at all very often. So, snatch them up while they're here. Admittedly not an easy one to follow up, but if you are gonna, a great way to do so is with a big, beautiful electric blue crayfish. There he is. Absolutely gorgeous. Love these guys very much. Full of personality. And of course, hanging out in there with them, got a bunch of big, beautiful croaking gouramis. And I do mean big, they are smaller species, so they don't get very big, so these guys are some nice big ones. Absolutely awesome. Hanging out with little keyhole cichlids. And a bunch of those gorgeous Hawaiian variatus. Lots of neat stuff. Oh yeah, now we're getting to all kinds of fun stuff. Starting with this gorgeous little celestial pearl danos, going right into these absolutely incredible thread fin rainbows, another one of my favorite small rainbow fish species. Really awesome, and you can see where they get that name for those beautiful thread-like fins. Hanging on there with them, beautiful little crown-tail beta, some gorgeous pencil fish, some blue-eye fork-tail rainbows, and adorable cherry shrimp. And to keep the ball rolling on the cool fish, we've got a whole bunch of these absolutely awesome electric blue acaras in right now. One of my absolute favorite South American cichlids. Exceedingly gorgeous. Don't get too huge. Absolutely awesome to keep. Hanging on there in the back with them, you see awesome little Senegal Bashir, as well as both the yellow goiter river rainbows and the blue turquoise rainbows. Lots of neat stuff. Of course, I can't talk about the gorgeous blue crayfish without also mentioning we have the equally gorgeous Mexican dwarf orange crayfish. These are a much, much smaller crayfish species that stays nice and tiny. Got a handful of these guys in right now, and they're a beautiful bright neon orange color. And hanging out in there with them are some absolutely gorgeous albino rainbow sharks. Lots of really nice ones in right now. Absolutely great looking. And of course, there's no shortage of some awesome Plecos in this week either. And just a few of them we've got here. This absolutely gorgeous tiger Pleco. You can really see where it gets that name from. And of course, hanging out in there with them, the gorgeous green phantom. Absolutely beautiful green phantom. A nice small one. too. Don't get a lot of little ones in. So great if you want to start out with a small one for yourself. As we round down into our last few tanks of fish here, we get into some really neat stuff. Starting with these absolutely awesome thick-lipped gouramis and their beautiful blue stripes. Absolutely gorgeous little guys we have in right now and hanging out in there with them. Some beautiful uaru cichlids. Some awesome zebra acaras. And this really cool little dwarf petricola cat hanging around back there. Awesome stuff. I believe some of you may remember last week when I spoke about the red streak and the red spotted severum. Well, we decided to go and one-up ourselves one more time and bring us the super red severum. So these guys, just take all that red spotting, red flecking, and red striping and just crank it up to 11 and almost like meld it all together into one big, gorgeous blotch of red that in many of these guys covers pretty much the whole body. Absolutely incredible fish. I love the severums, especially love these super reds. Glad we got a nice handful of them in. And let me tell you, it's hard to top that, but we managed to do it twice. Because in this tank is what is personally my favorite fish in all of freshwater fish keeping, and it is not the Pleco hidden behind the piping there. That I just wanted to show you is that we had a nice big high fin green phantom in right now, but also hanging out in there with them, a handful of these awesome histogramma cockatoides. Absolutely love these guys, as well as a handful of some beautiful pearl gouramis, which are fastly becoming one of my favorite gourami species. And finally, this gentleman, the clouded archerfish. Archerfish in general are just among my favorite fish. They are just full of personality, wickedly intelligent, very fun. They have such a unique hunting style, very unique looking fish as well. But some of the issues a lot of folk will have with archerfish is that they both get quite large and many of them require brackish or even fully marine conditions as adults. But these guys, the clouded archers, do not require either of those. They stay much smaller than many of the other archerfish species and can remain in full freshwater their entire lives, which is why they have quickly become my favorite freshwater fish. Absolutely awesome. Love these guys. And finally, to wrap us out for the week, we have really cool, ton of new Discus in right now. Absolutely love Discus to death. Super amazing fish. And I love seeing a whole bunch of new, bright, beautiful faces. They got your Marvelows and your turquoises, your Snow Whites, beautiful pigeon bloods and snake skins, and all these guys. Absolutely gorgeous variety of Discus. You'll love to see it, especially that one. That one's going fast, I can tell you that. That's a gorgeous Discus. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for this week's video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and any of our newer local customers looking for anything cool or interesting, like some absolutely gorgeous Discus, feel free to email us at contact@aquatic.com. Love to see you get in for you. Until next time.